Some of you are going to love this 3D printer, others of you are probably going to hate it. Where do I land? Well, watch to the end of this video and you'll find out. I'm just kidding. I like this printer a lot, but let's get into why. Welcome to the channel. If we haven't met, I'm Sam. I am the real estate broker turned 3D printing entrepreneur, and I run a 3D print farm from underneath my garage. When HeyGears reached out and wanted to send me their Reflex RS resin printer, I have to admit I wasn't super excited. I have worked with other resin printers in the past and have done a few videos with resin printers here on the channel in the past. And though resin printing has its place in the 3D printing world, I have never been overly impressed with resin printing, and after working with those machines, they also kind of reconfirmed me as a FDM guy. The learning curve for resin is steep. You start talking about exposure times for different types of resins, or lift speed so the print doesn't stick to the screen, and don't even get me started on resin supports. I think you need to have sold your soul to understand how they work. Let me be clear though, I'm not a tinker guy. I don't like fine-tuning prints and slicer settings and all that comes with it. I like making money with 3D printers, and for the most part, more tinkering equals less money. You might be someone that loves dialing in printer settings, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with it. This printer though, probably isn't for you. Also, if you think every printer made should be open source, this printer probably isn't for you. If you think what Bamboo Lab did with their latest firmware update is like the most evil thing in the world, this printer probably isn't for you. However, if your goal is to print really good resin prints and you want little to no print failures and you don't want to sell your soul for resin settings, then this printer is the resin printer for you. To help out all my FDM people out there, it's the resin printer Bamboo Labs would make if they made a resin printer. Now maybe that statement excites you, or maybe it makes you run for the hills. Either reaction is okay. I think one thing that has become clear though over the last few years in the 3D printing industry is software seems to be the difference maker. We've seen a lot of gains when it comes to firmware in the last 10 years in the 3D printing space. However, if we take a smaller window and we look at the last 12, 18, maybe even 24 months, most big brands are shipping the same Core XY box 3D printer. It's really the software that has been the gains for the last 12, 18 months. And that holds true outside of 3D printing. If we look at the EV car market, lots of different companies make EV cars now, but it's the Tesla software that seems to set them apart. I know, a little hot button issue right now. The point is, as 3D printing and tech in general move forward, it seems to be software that's making the largest advancements. Before we get into that though, let's take a look at the hardware, because obviously every printer has to start with being a printer. Like I said, HeyGears did send me the Reflex RS. They sent me their wash station and their cure station, as well as some resins to use for this video. However, this is my honest review of this printer. I have taken no payment to make this video, and I let them know the video I post will be my honest opinion about the printer, and they're seeing this video the same time you're seeing the video. Visually, the machine looks great. Out of all the resin machines I've worked with, this one is by far the most premium looking and feeling. And honestly, it's built like a tank. It has Wi-Fi connectivity, which is how I've been sending all of my prints to the printer to print. And not just the printer, but the wash station and the cure station also have Wi-Fi. You also have a USB and SD slot for expandable storage. The stainless steel build plate is very nice, and the compression latch makes it really easy to slide the build plate on and off. The resin vat holds 900 ml of resin and has a super cool gravity feed system. On that note though, let's take a minute to talk resin. So something I didn't know when I agreed to make this review video on the HeyGears resin printer is that there are strong feelings out there surrounding HeyGears resin. From what I can tell, it all centers around HeyGears being a closed system, meaning they only have settings for their resin. Some have taken that information and said it means you can't use any third-party resins with the HeyGears Reflex machine, which isn't completely true. You can use any resin you want. I mean, HeyGears isn't in the room with me. They can't physically stop me from putting a third-party resin in the vat. What is true though is that you can't adjust the resin settings, so you're gonna have to do a little trial and error using their different resin settings to find the best setting to use with your third-party resin. Now, I apologize beforehand if I get the name wrong, but if you haven't checked out Faux Hammer on YouTube, he's done a couple videos about the HeyGears Reflex printers. He's much more qualified to discuss the finer details. So if you haven't checked him out, make sure you do so, and I'll link to his page in the description. As a non-tinkerer though, I really like the HeyGears system. Like I said, I'm interested in making money with 3D printers, so the less time I have to spend on 3D printer settings, the better. And just like in the FDM world, where I'm willing to pay the little bit of extra for the bamboo filament for peace of mind, I'm happy to pay for the HeyGears resin to just know it's gonna work. Now, I've talked a lot about the HeyGears system and how it just works and you don't have to do a lot of tinkering and settings. So let's actually show you guys what it is, and we'll start from scratch and we'll take a print all the way to completion. Like many 3D printing companies, HeyGears has its own software called Blueprint Studio. This is the software you'll use to start and slice all of your projects. Every print starts by either opening the project or creating a new project. Once we do that, we first select the printer we're using, which in our case is the Reflex RS, and then any sort of add-on modules. I'm not currently using any, so I'm gonna say none. Next, we choose our application. Only one is available to me, so that's the one I'm picking, general purpose. Next comes the resin we talked about. We can see the full list of HeyGears resin available to us. I've been using a lot of the PAP10 and the PAS10, and I've had great results with both. Our last section is to choose the layer thickness. I've been choosing standard for everything I've printed, but if you're doing some finer detailed things, miniatures, things like that, you could probably go with the high precision if you needed that, extra little bit of detail. HeyGears has now applied all the settings for us, and we just need to drop in our model that we want to print. So the first thing we need to do is hollow the model and add drain holes. If you're new to resin, it's kind of like the first go-to step with every print. Most models, they don't hollow out before they give it to you, so you don't need to waste all that resin on the inside of the model, and you need to drain holes so that the liquid resin can, leave the inside of the model. Next thing we do is orientate the model. Now, I chose the automatic orientation to result in the least amount of supports used. I don't know why, it just seemed like a good idea to have less supports used. It's less resin waste, I guess, in my head. Next, we add supports. Because I haven't sold my soul to the resin support gods, I just hit the auto button and I don't think about it again. Once again, I'm all about the system doing the work for me, so when it comes to the layout, I hit the auto layout button. Lastly, we slice. I don't change anything here, I just let it do its thing. I do slice of the cloud because we'll need that for when we send the print to the wash station and the cure station. Once we are done slicing, we can send the model to the printer to do its thing. For this particular print, about 8 hours later, and we are all done. In typical resin fashion, after we print, we need to wash and cure. Something I've struggled with in the past when it comes to resin printing is the wash and cure process. I never really knew how long do I wash for, how long do I cure for. Well, once again, HeyGears has you covered, and they wash and cure it the exact length it needs to be washed and cured. Just like when we sent the model to the printer, we do the same thing and we send the model to the wash station and the cure station. Because of our initial setup when we picked our resin and our layer thickness and our slice settings, HeyGears and the HeyGears app system, it knows everything about the model. And because it knows all that information, it auto sets the time for both the wash and the cure cycle. Once again, doing all the thinking for us and removing any need for tinkering. The wash system is unique to anything I've ever seen in the past when it comes to wash systems. It has this stackable bin system where you can actually drain the alcohol or water from one bin into the other one. I guess it helps them making it, less messy and you're not digging your hand into the alcohol to pull it out. You actually drain the alcohol out first, and then your print is available to you to just pull out and move on to the next process. That being said, the actual wash method is interesting. It doesn't spin the alcohol around the print like most wash stations do, but rather it sits on this base that actuates, and it creates like a wave pool within the container itself. It's interesting for sure, but I question the gentleness of it on your resin prints. Which, let's face it, usually if we're printing in resin, it's because we want the detail that we can't get with FDM printing. And that usually means small, which usually equals delicate. So maybe a wave pool isn't the best option for washing the print. If I have any other complaints, it's the screens and the interface of the wash and the cure station. The printer screen is great. However, the wash and cure stations screens, I get stuck in submenus, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how to just go back. Up until now, I have avoided resin printing, mostly because I know that when I start going down that road, it's gonna be a lot of time and effort just to get a halfway decent print. This printer though, it does take that fear away. Like, I know if I just put the resin in there, slice my model in their software, it's gonna print and it's gonna be really good. So like I said, for some of you, this is gonna be a really attractive option if you're looking to get into resin printing. It's more of a set it and forget it approach, which is something we haven't really seen up until now. However, for others of you, I think this printer and the ecosystem that surrounds it is probably gonna be the opposite of what you want 3D printing to be. Let me be clear though, neither is wrong. You just have to decide what's more important to you. For those of us that don't necessarily have strong feelings about it being closed source, and we're more concerned with print quality and ease of use and user interface, that's okay. And for those of you that really want 3D printing to be open source, shop with your dollars, support the open source projects. That's okay too. For me, it's the user experience, because if it's not good, I just won't print. And the best way to create a good user experience is to kind of dummy-proof the system, which I think HeyGears has done a really good job at. I'd rather be able to print with something that's reliable, that gets me really good results, rather than use an open source system that I fight with every day just to get it to print, which I know will ultimately end up with me not printing. So if you're wanting to get into resin printing and you are more like me and care more about results than the politics, and you're planning on already buying a resin printer and you want to support the channel, we do have links to all the HeyGears printers, wash station, cure station, resin in the description below, and they do help the channel out. Also, if you use the discount code ERICSON at your checkout, you can get $50 off your purchase. It's not like half off or anything, but if you were planning on buying anyways, $50 is $50.